let's turn the page into page 10, and we are entering into I see based on Latin language, Imum Coli, which means bottom of heaven. And mid-heaven comes from medium coli or medium colium, that means middle of heaven. I see represents the wounded version of you. So it can be your inner child wounds, it can be your inner child wounds, it can be version of you after trauma, over trauma. They create accumulation and that holds you to shine your light, that holds your fullest potential, because there are lots of wounds, pain, trauma over there. And usually it starts from your childhood. It's the unconscious part of you. That's the Imam Coli. That's why it's called the bottom of the sky or the bottom of heaven, because you feel far from the heaven. You feel far from the heaven, and you feel like, oh, you're not worthy enough, oh, you're still full of this, full of that, and so many excuses, because you're still dealing with your inner wounds that you didn't know that it exists in you. So the version of you that still failed by the fail of forgetting, by the all that has installed in you, in your old program as your ego, it's all created in the IC. You can see the cross there. The cross of the ellipse is made by the AC, DC, IC, and MC. These lines have meanings. IC is always located in your 4th house, which the house of sense of belonging, your inner child, nurturing your inner child, your sense of home, inner sanctuary. It's located in your 4th house. And your MC will always the exact opposite, the 180 degrees of your IC, which is at the top of your natal chart, which is in the 10th house. The 10th house is the house of achievement, the house of career, achievement, business, purpose, taking your power back. The more you heal your inner wounds, the more you unravel yourself, you unveil and peel off the layers, the more you unveil yourself from the veil of forgetting by nurturing, listening to your inner child, give them love that they need, and really pay attention to what they really need, to what kind of emotion that you are still dealing with at the deep level of you, because it usually exists in your unconscious or in subconscious level. So it's deep underneath you and it becomes shadow usually. That's why it's something that beyond your conscious awareness. So it needs really to dive deeper into it. It can be through hypnotherapy, self-hypnosis, self-healing, or maybe sometimes your inner child just need to be listened or seen by you or felt by you, because I've experienced that at my meditation. Like the moment I found them and I really just saw her with the eyes of loving eyes, then they suddenly disappeared without I did anything. And when she disappeared, she didn't really disappear at all. She's still there because she is the part of me, but it's just in a different form. So right after I saw her with loving energy, and I even want to hug her, but she didn't need that. All she needed was just my presence. After that, I saw her again in a different version of her. She even guided me to another room that I've never experienced before. So you see that your trigger is your teacher and your shadow is your guide. Those are showing you the part of you that you've never realized before. At your darkest lies your brightest light. As Rumi said, your wounds is the place when the light enters to you, because it really is. That is about I see. How beautiful is that? Mid-heaven is showing you the part of you after you embrace your wounded version of you, embrace your multidimensional selves, be friend with your shadows. That's so beautiful. Imagine that your inner wound can be your inner guide. Your inner child is no longer your inner wound, but it turns out into inner guide. How beautiful is that? It's all you, your multidimensional you. Astrology is showing our multidimensional selves because it really is. It contains all the dimension, all aspects of ourselves, layer to layer, from before and after transformation, and all the progress, all the journey within. How contrast you can be, and you deeply know that intuitively inside you at soul level. I was there, and the fact that I'm here is something that the old version of me terrified or scared of, because in my conscious awareness this is something that impossible. But then after I raised my vibration, I experienced spiritual awakening, focus on transcending my state of consciousness, and then now here I am, and still evolving in loving awareness. And I'm so grateful. Every day I'm thankful because all that I've been through, it really is all I need for mold me into what I really am and what I'm going to be. So I love who I am becoming. That is transcendental journey, and I enjoy and love my journey. I embrace myself, I appreciate the journey, I honor my body, mind and soul every single moment, because I live together with this multidimensionality. Your midheaven is something that you show to the outside, you show to the world your inner transformation, and it usually in form of your work, in form of your professional, in form of your service, in form of your business, your purpose, or your power. You radiate outwards because you already embrace your multidimensional selves, and you no longer live in the wounds to hold you back or limiting your energy. Instead, you allow your energy to expand, to radiate, to share whatever it takes, with every consequence and responsibility, because you tap into the bliss version of you, the transformation of you. You no longer give your power to others. Instead, you take your power back. You embody your power. You become powerful again as you were before that wounded version of you. And that is so powerful, influential. And now it's time to learn how to read natal chart in the simple way. So first of all, that you need to pay attention to is the primal triad. In the page 13, if you want to write it down about this, your primal triad is your rising sign, sun and the moon. Your sun represents your I am. Your moon represents I am the soul of. Your rising sign represents I am wearing a mask of. For example, my sun sign is Aries, my moon is also Aries, and my rising sign is Sagittarius. So I'm going to write that I am role model with the soul of passion, wearing a mask of a sage. So I use the themes of my zodiacs and turn it into characteristic personality. So just by that sentence, you can see the multi-layers of you, the multi-dimensional you at different layers, different stages, but it's all you. And when you fill the blank, remember to pick the words that resonates with you. For example, in Aries there are lots of characteristics such as bold, straightforward, patient, enthusiasm, role model, leadership. You can choose the words that really resonates with you or the best for you, because I know that maybe it usually more than one. It's okay, but for make it simple for you, you can choose one word on it. Like in Aries, I can choose just the word role model and patient at once because both are me. I have these different characteristics at once. So yeah, that's the example of how you read your natal chart in the simple way. As always, use your intuition. Astrology is just a tool and we are the consciousness, and consciousness is greater than any tools.